This is the most hated national park in the entire world. Or at least that's what you might imagine when I say that. But in reality, it's here. In some woods in the middle of good old South Carolina. It's Congaree.
But why? Out of 63 parks in the United States, why is Congaree the one
That always gets put at the bottom of the list. Well, I wanted to find out myself.
See, I believe Congaree is actually overhated, so I've come up with a pretty bulletproof plan here. Number 1, hike the lowest rated trail there. 2, camp at the lowest rated campsite. And then finally, take the best picture humankind has ever seen of this place. Like, I want minds to be blown and everyone just convinced that they have to go here.
And I also desperately need a picture for my barren apartment wall.
Congaree is conveniently the closest national park to my humble abode. A little 4-hour road trip.
Oh, and joining me today is gonna be my roommate, Joe.
What's up?
What up? Also, this is Joe's car. Alright, let's go.
Now it turns out driving through the middle of nowhere, South Carolina, Joe and I saw some really strange things. Like a real nuclear impact site.
We're literally standing in the middle of a crater made by a nuke that the United States just accidentally dropped out of a plane like 70 years ago.
Bro, you think it's still like buried here?
I mean, I think they recovered it.
We also came across an abandoned bus graveyard in the middle of the woods.
Pretty cool.
Drive the bus, bro.
Oh, ew, it's sticky! Dude, no! Dude, it's so sticky!
No, get away from me.
Look at my hands.
Our last stop before the park, though, revealed something much creepier about where we're going.
Okay, so Joe and I stopped to fill gas at this place called Bishopville. We were just walking around, and something really strange about this place is that there's a bunch of signs about this thing called the Lizard Man.
After doing some research, we went to the town museum where there was article after article about sightings of a reptilian humanoid thing. The Lizard Man, Skateboard Swamp.
Holy, did he eat these guys? What is going on here? Oh, these are eyewitness.
These guys
Dude,
are crazy.
I don't know, man.
That's when we ran to Alan, the museum owner, who's been tracking the creature for decades.
What is his, like, description?
Tall, and all of them said red eye.
They mainly encounter him at night?
Well, one of them happened during the night. They discovered the damage during the day. The car damage was our veteran affairs officer. I mean, so I'm talking reputable people.
This kind of damage a human couldn't have really done.
Oh, absolutely. It looked like somebody took a can this big and went all the way around.
Dude, why would a veteran affairs officer go through the trouble of making the world's largest can opener and destroying her car for that? You know what I mean?
She did have a hard time explaining it to insurance.
Before heading off, I bought a book about the so-called Lizard Man, and Joe snagged this shirt for some reason. Now, was it just a hoax to sell merchandise? Probably. But hey, maybe we'll end up finding something deep in the woods when the sun sets. So after departing Bishopville and driving just a little bit more, we finally arrived at the worst national park in the entire world, supposedly.
It's Congaree, because there's so many cars. Bro, who's getting mail here? Nah, Lizard Man got some packages, bro. We're officially here. The worst national park in the United States. Maybe the world.
Dude, it's actually kind of beautiful.
Look at these roads. It honestly looks kind of like Endor or like Jurassic Park.
I gotta say, the entrance to Congaree was gorgeous, but that excitement was short-lived because once we reached the visitor center, we got a look at the frightening locals.
Alright, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a trillion of the world's largest spiders right here. This is one of the smaller spiders, and that's how big it is next to my hand. If that's what's waiting for us in these trails, that's gonna be kind of brutal.
Now, when you look up Congaree National Park, almost all the pictures you'll see are at this main trail that conveniently has a boardwalk to keep you above the swamp and away from the spiders, poison ivy, and alligators. But that's not why we're here. To really test this place, Joe and I are taking the path less traveled, aka the trail lowest rated, which would be on the other side of the park.
I don't know if you can hear us because of the 1 trillion bugs that are just everywhere.
We're at the Bates Ferry Trail.
The worst rated trail at the worst national park. It's definitely not like Yosemite or the Grand Canyon.
We're conging it up.
I don't think that's something anyone says. Alright, there's a 1 small step for hiking a trail.
1 big step for big boys here.
Alright, that's actually the worst line I've heard in my entire life.
First impressions of the trail were actually pretty good. We were surrounded by a ton of beautiful trees and the craziest looking flowers. But I'm not gonna lie, it became a little hard to enjoy the scenery with all the bugs.
There's kind of an archway, which is pretty cool, made out of trees.
Dude, something just hit me in the face.
This is just the first, like, 500, holy, dude, there's so many bugs. This is the first, like,
500 feet of the trail?
The further down we went, the more I started to see what the reviews were talking about.
Is this even considered a trail? We are like waist deep in plants.
Joe was unfortunately taking the brunt of the mosquitoes.
Yo, no!
But after 30 minutes of mosquito attacks,
Finally, looks like we reached the end of the trailhead. This better be the best view I've ever seen in my life.
and to my surprise, it actually kind of was.
This is the end of the trail. It's actually pretty freaking beautiful. We got like a beach right here. There's no one at all.
For the next hour as the sun was setting, Joe and I just took in the view of what's supposed to be the worst national park in the world.
As much as I want to stay here and enjoy the sunset that we earned, I think we should probably head back while we still have light. Yeah. A certain reptilian might come out. Oh, lizard man.
Now the Bates Ferry Trail that we were on is located in the eastern side of the park. However, where we would be sleeping was a Longleaf campsite on the western side. At a glance, the star rating might not seem bad, but if you look beneath the surface, it doesn't take long to find countless, strange, and downright frightening reports of people's experiences at this place. And by the time Joe and I reached at nightfall, it wasn't hard to see why people found this place so uneasy.
All right, we're rolling up to the campground. Tell me why this is the creepiest place I've ever seen in my life.
I feel like Lizard Man's watching us. Yeah, maybe not that.
You never know, bro.
And after finding a good spot, we set up camp.
Tent complete.
Hey.
All right, so we got my side.
Bro, what are you doing? Get the off of this.
All right, tent set out, but everyone knows no camping is complete without hot dog.
Hot dogs.
Glizzies?
The glizzies we cooked up were exactly what was needed after a long, humid day at the park.
10 out of 10.
Maybe this one I'm about to eat.
That's wrong. Dude, throw that cheese in the woods, bro.
But in all seriousness, we were having such a good time, we kind of forgot that we were all alone, deep in the middle of the Congaree forest. And what happened next gave us a chilling reminder.
There's an animal. Ah, bro. Bro, I'm scared.
Wait, holy shit.
Here.
Hold on. Wait, hold on, bro.
Does it look like a lizard, man?
No,
It's a shot illusion.
it was like a cat or possum or something. I'm a little bit on edge though now.
Same.
Oh, dude, look at that moth.
What, man?
Ah!
Future Man is here. I've been reviewing the footage back at home, and you can't see anything. I think what we heard and saw that night was a possum or raccoon or like a small cat or something. But yeah, I don't know. Take it for what it is. I don't think it was anything super crazy, but it scared the shit out of us. Okay, anyway, back to the video.
Are you spooked or what?
I'm spooked. I'm shaking. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep.
Good night.
For the rest of the night, we tried to get some rest, but unfortunately,
I got like no sleep. I'm the kind of guy that likes to sleep with the fan on, and so while I love camping, this particular spot is really hard to sleep because it's so hot and so humid.
I slept like a baby.
No, what is that? Bro, this is insane.
How else am I supposed to sleep?
This is the goofiest fit I've seen in my life. Alright, Lizard Man is officially not the weirdest thing in these woods. Alright, last thing to check off the list. Take the single greatest photo the world has ever seen of Congaree National Park. You're gonna have to wear like actual clothes now.
Dude, you sure?
Yes.
so Joe and I packed up our gear and headed to the most scenic part of Congaree to take a picture worthy of my barren apartment wall.
Why are you taking a picture of me? What the, I said we need to take a picture of the park. Bro,
Dude.
you're playing Clash.
Dude, that wasn't me. That wasn't.
What do you mean that wasn't you? We're the
think
only
there's a-
ones
I think
here.
there's a bird or something. Clash Royale bird.
Eventually, though, we did decide on a photo.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We got the picture.
Alright, it's been a week since our little adventure, and I have the picture right here. Gonna go and hang it up with Joe right now. To be honest, Congaree was nothing like how I expected it to be. Sure, it doesn't have the grandiose or the wow factor of a lot of these other national parks, but I do think it's actually pretty fun. And overall, we just had a good time. And also, if you're not watching this from the distant future, you're watching it like around when I post, I literally just launched this YouTube channel. I posted another video along with this one that I think you guys will really enjoy if you like this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. Please, I'm begging you.
From you, not what I got.